Alrighty.
Well, it is Good Friday.
I don't have to work today, so we're gonna prep for the first week of the season 3. This is gonna be just a raw me rambling and looking at data and sheets and talking about oh no, this looks grave and whatnot. But this is gonna be into the if we can find the right one, that's my team. Let's find the Team Bubby's Durant. Lovely team name, gotta love that. But this is definitely a scary team, I think, and we're gonna have to finalize this, but I think we're gonna trade our Iron Moth and Volcarona for the first week, which is really, really funny. I don't know if that's actually to my favor or theirs. I have no clue. I pitched it because I thought it'd be funny. Anywho, I haven't taken the best look at this team. Honestly, the only thing I really have been thinking about right now is that Zygarde looks pretty good here. They're devoid of an ice type, so they're not going to be hitting me with that stab. And Mons, like Latios, don't have the immunity. Galarian Slowking, I mean, I guess it's... Oh, well, let's take a little peek. It's, I believe, Arrows, right? Arrows is physical, so it's going to actually slap right through like Latios and Galarian Slowking, which is nice. Delete Iron Moth, pretty solid into Alolan Muck, who I guess could run a resistance berry for it, but then, you know, if we've gotten a coil off or whatnot, we're good. No clue what, but I'm pretty sure I want to bring Zygarde to the battle here. We can delete the Yamper. Hopefully that doesn't really leak anything. I think those are all just, you know, we can take a look. Yeah, this is just all random stuff. That team name isn't even right. Specs Persian. I think it's a different item. Anywho, this is going to be S3 week 1. What did I name my Bubby last time? I think the team was called the Hammering of a Sacred Bubby. Now, I'm a little worried about this matchup because Bubby is a grand player, and the last 2 matches I've had with them have ostensibly been won due to good fortune on my part. Like the Arctozolt crit in week 1, if we want to pull that up real quick. That was like really quite a lucky go of it. Oh, this is the wrong season. Let's find it. Where is it? There you are. Actually, I haven't looked at this match in a little bit. I should probably watch these again at some point. But yeah, Bubby was my week 1, and of the 5-0 victory, I was very surprised by because I was sweating bullets for this match. Of course, this was my first draft match ever. But where did we get here? That Pyro Ball's looking beautiful. Hidden Power not enough. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, this Cresselia honestly probably should have just like flat out won the game. I don't think I was running Toxic here, was I? T-Wave is like nice. I'm gonna turn this down just a little bit because this is a little loud. But this Arctozolt Bolt Beat crit like was pretty important. If this thing had been like moonlighting and just survived, it would have been a really hard wall for anybody else on my team to break, and it could have probably done some disruption shenanigans here. So that was good. And then season 2, we ostensibly won because of a Leech Seed mix out of that horrifying Terra Wochian. Wochian distraught at that miss of the Leech Seed. But that was a really tight endgame, really close game. This one, after this position, I mean, this Slush Rush, Arctozolt goes crazy. The Lagging Tail tech, oh, I forgot about that. It's just good. I was running mixed Bolt Beak and Blizzard. I guess I did that a lot with Kleenex. Anyways, off of season 1, which actually my record, how was my record? Equal. I think I actually dipped slightly. I think I was 7-8 season 2, which is alright. I feel like I got worse and worse as the season went on in season 2, so hopefully not that. But we're also not playing with like a gimmick. Like my season 2 team was Hard Sun. This one just kind of had a Roarveil there. Actually, low-key, this was a snow team. With Arctozolt and Chilly Reception and Abomasnow giving Roarveils. Anywho, looking at this team, the one I actually have to think about, I don't know who's packing ice coverage. Alolan Muck obviously is, and I'm assuming that with this stat line, like looking at the calc here, and we're actually gonna open a new doc as well, just to save some calcin. S3 week 1 calculati. I want to look at like Zygarde, maybe not defensive. Like I'm considering just a Dragon Dance set here to like an Alolan. Alright, let's find Muckalola rather. Let's just find like the special all set. 80% with full HP, no defense is like really not that bad. We're kind of a big old fan of that. And then a possible OKO at +1, is it? Man, okay, that's pretty nice. Don't know what these 12 HP EVs are doing there, nor the Spadef. I'm sure there's some calc out in Uber's land that's super important there. But I don't really care. I mean, this is like, that's a great calc to have. Oh, that's not where I want you. I want you here. So, Zygarde can hit. That's a nice one to have, especially at +1. I mean, did they make this look a little better? Huh, I didn't know you could change the color there. Anywho, so Zygarde is definitely my first one here. Let's just change this format to you. Or break has to be our ability. Do we want to run the, is it Yachi Berry that's ice resist? Yeah. It's kind of tempting just because, like, I think you get Ice Beam, I know you do. Hydrapple gets shenanigans. But I'm honestly not sure. I'm going to just put it there for now. Just to have something in the item slot. Dragon Dance seems to be immediately, like, fine. If we look at these speed tiers, 110. Oh, yeah, 110 on Latios. This is. Oh, hold on. We gotta reload this for it to be proper. So 110. Who's your, like, do you have an elite speed tier? I don't care about low kicks as band. I'm sure I could live it. First impression, though, if I'm chipped down, is pretty important. So I think 110 is kind of like the spot to beat here, especially with, like, Archeops. So if we just pull out like an Ogerpon who's got 110, if we're jolly naturing this, yo, 350. I should know that off the top of my head. So we just need to beat like 350 with a +1, and then we're kind of happy. And then, like, obviously somebody can agility up, or somebody. Do they have any speed boosting abilities here? We're kind of worried about, oh, well, we can just hit you with Dragon Stab, and then if we're boosted up to the point where you can't hit me, then we're good. I'm assuming that Galarian... I always search Galarian first. Let's just look at Slowking, Galar. Like an OU defensive pivot. I'm assuming that, yeah, you are going to mainly just fold. Obviously, your Ice... Oh, that's not what you change that. You're like Ice Beam, that's... What the hell is this move? Hold on. Is this like the ice rollout move? Yeah, it is. That's a funny one. No, we want ice... What just happened there? Ice Beam. Ice Beam there with no special attack investment is like nearly a kill. I mean, if we look at that Yachi Berry here. Oh, you know what? That 12 HP is probably for some power construct HP min-maxing shenanigans. If I literally just run this thing like 252 adamant, it's not actually a kill. We could run, I mean, we're always gonna outspeed that unless a Trick Room goes up. We could run something like literally, what's it called? Oh my god, is it Expert Belt is the mana thing I'm thinking about? Just super effective attacks. That's like probably gonna be enough to get it. So Adamant, Expert Built isn't enough. We could Life Orb. Oh, and then if you're like actually max defense invested, then you can actually kind of tank some 1,000 arrows. I want to run 1,000 arrows definitely because just flying types, like it makes Archeops not a problem. It makes you with like a balloon not a problem. and it hits Latios on a switch-in for like that levitate proc into a predicted earthquake or something, which would be really nice. I think we want Dragon Stab, seeing as we just got 2 mons to hit with it, and then no fairy type outside of that Terra Zangoose. So that just makes it kind of spammable. Ooh, that's not what I wanted. I want you. So what are we actually gonna be getting? I know you're an Outrage merchant. We could run Scale Shot with the, what's it called? With, you know what I'm talking about. The thing that you roll and it's cheating and it's called loaded dice. Can I run? Oh, hold on. This might be silly, but like if we take a Latios and we just have, I don't want Dragon Tail. What if I put on Draco Meteor here with 70%? I mean, Outrage would be better, but then you can let in that Zangoose and you can start Zangoosing all over the place. Zangooning, even if he's a real freak with it. I think for now, we're just gonna run like the site where we put, how much, oh, I just need to beat 350, so we hit, what is it, 350 times 0.67, so 235 times 1.5 should be enough to outspeed max speed. Where are you? So what do I need to get to? 234? That's like easy investment. Pump a ton into attack and then just the rest into HP. And then it's looking pretty good. We get those max damage calcs. We, let's make you title. Zygarde +1 just outspeeds Archeops plus Latios. Alright, that's a good thing to have. I mean, realistically, Breaking Swipe is like not exactly what you're looking for. This is actually kind of a lacking physical move pool, just because I don't want to run Outrage if I don't have to, but then again, +1, like, if we can get to a point where somebody other than Zangoose is Terra'd, or if Zangoose doesn't come, then it's like free enough to do. If I wanted to run that Life Orb to secure a kill on, well, hold on though, because if we take out Outrage is, oh my god, that thing can nuke Latios. That's kind of nice. I'll drop that there. And then let's just look at Slowking Galarian again. With like, yeah, into like, obviously it's not that much, but if we have it at like +1, I don't think Slowking is ever going to live this. So, and that's Expert Bout. So, actually, wait, this is +1, 252 into, so, assuming this, actually, a +1 Expert Belt could probably kill that Lola with, like, do you have a physically defensive set here? I know you're a special wall, but, like, yeah, that's pretty good. So, yeah, sure. We'll go with the Expert Belt. Now, we have to think about that item clause. Here we've got, so this is going to do, like, pretty dang good coverage into everything. Something to deal with the likes of Ting Lu would be nice. You're good, you're covered, you're covered. I think I can just pop you like a bug with Outrage. You're covered. Obviously these two can, or this guy can come in on like an Outrage, which would be annoying. Just for resistant damage, but, ugh, yeah, that'd be a pain. And then, oh, does Magnezone get Ice Beam? I'm sure it does. No, what do you get for ice moves? Just Hidden Power Ice, which is still a pain, and I'm sure that's still gonna chunk like hell. But, oh well, what else do we need to hit? So, like, do we get a good fighting type move on you? Focus Blast is not exactly it. Superpower is also not exactly it, just because we don't want to lose that. Brick Break, do you have anybody who wants to set up screens? Like, maybe Magnezone? Maybe Glow King? Maybe Latios? So, I don't know, what does that calc into? What does that calc into? Who's the guy I was just thinking about? Oh. Ting Lu, if we give you like, Brick Break, That's like solid enough chunkaging. Obviously we'll get Ruination, but it's like a nice, easy press. Actually, the 1000 arrows there isn't even that bad. Earth Power Extreme Speed. I mean, this is an easy spot that you could put Extreme Speed to just have priority on the team. Let's look at what we do get for physical attacks here. Iron Tail, Superpower, Zen Headbutt, anything that hits. Skitter Smack actually is not the worst thing in the world. Actually, Skitter Smack instead of Outrage is kind of funny. It lets me hit these two still for pretty good without getting hit. Hold on. 40 to 46 and lowering is the special attack lower. Yeah. So not bad, but that also really helps against Latios trying to press buttons into me. And it's kind of denying a bunch of these mons switching in for free. Like even Analytic Magnezone here doesn't want to take a Skitter Smack to lose that special attack. So you know what? On the basis of it being funny, we'll run that. How does it actually do into like Latios? Outrage obviously eviscerates it. Skitter Smack at a +1 straight up will just kill. And then into Hydrapple. Not as good, but hey. Okay, we won't run Outrage. We'll just run Skitter Smack then. And then, do we want to run something silly here? We could run... I don't know. I feel like Extreme Speed is just fine, just to have it. And then we're going to name you... I don't know what we'll name you. We'll give you the Chinese money. Go for a plant theme for now. Oh, you know what? I was going to do Leo Tolstoy's War and Peace theme. So we'll do that when we have everybody else. Looking at this as well, we can see Rock Weakness ain't too bad. I don't know if I drafted a Rock type. Hold on. Am I just forgetting, like, one of my goats? No, I just didn't draft a Rock type. I didn't draft, yeah, a Flying type or a Rock type. That's fine by me. So, if I am bringing Iron Moth, how will they do into this whole spot? Where are you? There you are. So, Fire hits, like, Durant, Low Kicks, Magnezone, and then, what's the other one? Poison hitting. Oh, Poison's just not doing good. Logic would dictate that I should bring it just for the funnies. And then I bring like Chargeable or Rotom-Mow for electric terrain, and also bring Iron Bundle is a good bring here. It just hits like a number of things really super effectively. This is actually not a bad week 1 matchup in my opinion. I should probably think about what they're trying to think about into me at some point, but for right now we're just going to build offensively, and we're going to bring, I guess, my strongest drafts. Oh, Bungulus. There we go. Probably going to be my Boots Haver. Tinglu here's trying to send spikes. You might give me toxic spikes. Archeops probably gets rocks, question mark. Yeah, and so does Tinglu. Does Magnezone get... Do you get any hazards, question mark? No. Well, that's helpful. We'll slap some boots on you for now, because we're going to be outspeeding the entire metagame. Is there anybody who's really... Are we really worrying about, like, Archeops boosting on me? You do get agility. Do you get Dragon Dance? Hold on. No. Okay. That's nice. There is a bunch of phasers on this team. Like, I think Wishy-Washy gets Dragon Tail. I know Archeops does. I just saw that. I think you, Durant, gets something. You've got Whirlwind on you. Dragon Tail, Hydrapple. Maybe Roar Slow Gloking? I forget about that. I should probably know that. The thought is that, I mean, you kind of just do what you gotta do, right? We take Taunt, Flip Turn, Freeze Dry, Hydro Pump. And you know what? That's gonna do a lot of good for you. Is there actually, wait, hold on. Is there any way to counter... does an ability shield or work or something? Deal with the stat reductions. Use moves that ignore like crits. Yeah. Gastro Acid. skill swap. That's funny. There's no item that's gonna be good for that though. Because Tinglu's is special attack, right? Yeah, okay. I mean, this one, do we want to fully speed creep this? Are we worried about like a Scarf Latios or Scarf Archeops? Actually, Scarf Archeops is kind of a pain, isn't it? So I could run booster speed, but I wouldn't mind being able to like threaten and pivot around. Because in that case, I can also just cheap the hell out on speed. Though Iron Moth booster speed is something, or no, like a, what's it called? What's a +1 Volcarona? Actually, we can see that over here. What's a +1 Max Volcarona looking like? 492. So we want to beat. Do we want to beat 492? Because we kind of can't do that without being booster or Scarf. And like a Giga Drain is probably gonna hurt like a Biah. We could bring Drampa for that weird fringe situation. Does actually Terra Water Drampa is kinda nice. It like pretty well deals with Hydrapple. Mach, low kicks. What am I running? Terra Water, Terra Ground, is it? I think that's it. Yeah. What about Terra Ground? Drampa unfortunately doesn't get any Terra Blastage on account of not being in Gen 9, which is really too bad, but it gets so many moves. I don't think it gets Earth Power though, so maybe we'll end up changing that secondary typing to like, I don't know, something else. But Water with Sap Sipper as just a ability is kind of heat as far as it goes. It also gets Roost, which is going to do numbers. Maybe I'll run it Terra Ice. Is that funny? Anywho, probably Dragon Pulse for, if we look at like a Drampa, we have to blank set it. That's funny. Hit like the 252, where the hell is nature hidden? 252 Modest Dragon Pulse on... All the dragon moves are just named Dragon Blank. We could really get more than that. Hydrapple is looking pretty scared of that. And then we can just like Terra Water and even Terra Normal if we feel like it. Because yeah, nobody on... Is anybody on this team? I guess Magnezone is hitting a Drampa pretty good because it's significantly faster. Magnezone's actually like faster than I thought it would be. I guess we can finish up. I mean, it's not too hard to build an Iron Bundle, is it? I might, for the silliness, go minus defense to hit more damage flip turns. Is that might be silly. Oh. We'll have to farm some calcs for Iron Bundle and Drampa here, just to get them to have 50% chance on a Dragon Pulse to Oko. Ain't bad, especially if we can swap in for free on Hydrapple's like Leaf Storm threatening Iron Bungulus. It does give me, well, actually both of these have their Ice type weakness covered by Iron Bundle very nicely, and there's, as mentioned before, no Ice Stab, so that's like a pretty reasonable thing. We can also do things like Energy Ball here to... Hold on. Do you get something that lets me deal with, why do you have Tailwind? What a silly mon. Dragon Dance, Defog. Defog might be nice to bring, honestly. But do you get something like Gastro Acid or Entrainment? Dragon Dance. What was this looking at? Entrainment, Skill Swap. So it looks like we're not running any of those funny techs, but that's okay. You get Light Screen, not Reflect. Too bad. That would be a fun setter. Do you get Toxic? Hear me out. What if we do... What we're gonna just do... We run this more as a utility mon. We put like... fucking it's spelled. We put Defog and Toxic on there as just a way to deal with Ting Lu. Dragon Pulse helps me deal with blah blah blah. And you do get Hydro Pump, right? Yeah. No, we give it Hydro Pump. What's that pump looking like into a Ting Lu into a Drampa's Terra Water Hydro Pump? Let's say Terra Water. That's like half a health bar. We take those. And that's max special defense, max HP. So, do we feel good with that? Do we want to run... Yeah. Or we could run... Actually, we could run Ice Beam instead of Dragon Pulse. Does Ice Beam do considerably better? Should also check the calcs. I mean, I do. I think this is a pretty solid calculation there into Ting Lu. What about a bungle here? Iron Bundle with like a heavy duty boots, pumps and freeze dry. Freeze dry is actually not doing as much as one would hope. I guess it is base 70, so Ice Beam is looking a little better, but with taunt, the only thing is that just take one for example. Ruination is a special move, so you can't actually taunt it, which is really funny. And I don't think it works with I don't believe it works against a resistance barrier. I think I tested that for Bubby's Woxian last season of all things. How do you spell words? Ruinations? Oh, I don't know why I pluralized it, but here we go. 50%, I think, yeah, like the Vessel of Ruin abilities and Ruination they're kind of just flat. They kind of just do what they do and you can't really do much about that. Which is, you know, it's good for them. Or rather, it's what makes them very good. This freeze dry is like surprisingly little. I could try to like encore it instead of taunting it, because realistically your attack is actually 110. That's a lot better than I thought. Earthquake doing that much damage, this thing is annoying. Do we want to put Roost on here and then bring like Empoleon? That's a good question, actually. So far, offensively, with our types, we're dealing with you. We probably want more redundancies to catch this thing. Ting Lu needs more Toxic Stolly type beats because this thing is just evil. And I'm pretty sure that Bubby is roaring at the bit to use it. Iron Moth. Yeah, booster speed Iron Moth is not like a thing that we want to deal with exactly. Do I have 110 speed? No. Oh, what is... We can just look at it on Bulbapedia. Not Bulbapedia, what is... There you are. 525 is annoying. It almost makes me want to scarf my bundle because we just... Do we fold it in half with a beam, actually? Or not a beam, but... let's see. Speedy Booster Energy... Hydro Pump is... Oh my god. Okay, yeah. So Hydro Pump will literally... Wait, this is Reg G. That's why it's that low. Let's change that to level 100. Still folds as long as it hits. So do we want... Maybe we run Booster Energy for that, because that's a nice... It's just a nice thing to have. Oop. Just make a little text. What do we want to use here? Maybe just like a health berry to keep you going. Roost, just a Toxic Stall. Especially defensive. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Do we want more defense? If you're gonna end up being my... Let's make sure we Terra Water you. Dumper. I also do like your shiny a lot, but I feel like we need to pull that out for like more evil Drampa shenanigans. What do we want to put on here? We could low-key air balloon it for those earthquakes. Will Ruination pop a... does Ruination pop air balloon? I don't know. What about, you say, like, Hyper, Super Fang, Nature's Magnus? Any direct damage, non-ground type attack. Thousands of Arrows does, in fact, topically go through Air Balloon. I mean, I would love for Air Balloon to not get popped by a... What's it called? Then I just run it because that makes it kind of a dead and done counter, especially with that Hydro Pump doing half a health bar. We might legitimately have to just, like, test this. Air Balloon, which means we have to load up Firefox, which is hilarious. Hopefully there's nothing horrible and incriminating on my dash screen. Not that there really is, like... Yeah, it's just my stuff. Let's go to... Holy shit, where are we going? Here, Showdown. I have some kind of... Yeah, poop. Anywho, let's just team build a new team. You can see, what was I testing over here? Colberberry, for some reason. Oh, I think I was testing if Colberberry would activate on Wokshen's Ruination last season. They're interesting moves and abilities, and they just don't really get enough. Let's just add a Tinglu here. Give you one move. Do this so it doesn't yell at me. Give you Sure, whatever. And then let's find a user. You open challenge. Where's NetDex draft challenge? You need to go into the... Oh, well. Fuck it. Then we can just call a... Where's National Dex challenge? Good. That's on. Go over here. We just want... No, we want... What are we looking for? Oh my goodness. You! Ah, Scheisen, Bison. Gotta actually follow the format rules. Alright, let's just change this to... Nope, don't want to change the title. Want to change this. NetDex draft. Bam. Challenge you to NetDex draft. Bam. And then go to the right tab. There we go. Accept. Alright. Dumper into this Tinglu. Will this break a sash? Or a balloon? Ow. It does pop a balloon. Okay. Well, that's irritating. It saves me from one earthquake, but if you just press Ruination first into my health bar, which is like what you're gonna do anyways, that's irritating. Removes a good tech. We could... Is there anything to, like, get rid of a whirlwind? I'm trying to think. Mental herb. I don't think there's anything to get rid of phasing, right? Blackberries kind of useless here. Berry juice, booster energy. Buginium Z would be goated. I could do the eject button. What is it? Eject button Draco Meteor tech. Which is fun. So, sure, that's where we'll leave it there. That's 3 months done. For the most part, we'll probably stat these a little bit better. You do not need to be this fast. We already talked about that. You need to be what? 234? Is it 234 times 1.5 is 351. Yeah, beautiful. And then if somebody's boosted, then we'll just do it. I think we can use you to, with some ease, take care of like a boosting moth. Or like a booster speed. Do you have a booster speed user? Because I think we're trading those, so no. So just one Scarfer or like, you know, iron moth or flesh moth could do it. All right, so this, and then we want to dump a whole bunch into HP just for now. We'll probably fine tune the stats a little bit. How much does this Draco Meteor? Can we like just nuke? I'm assuming we can nuke most of these people here, except for Durant. We would love to bring. Did I draft a fire type? Well, yeah. So actually, a fire type wouldn't be bad for like Durant, Magnezone. You're neutral. You're a resist. You'd be neutral if you're actually. What's it called? Do I want to fill this out with? Maybe we don't run booster energy and we just bring Rotom-Low or. Oh, what do you have for? Who in here actually has hazard removal? That's a good question. This might be like a good webbable teams. Is Archeops running? Yeah, you get Defog. Does Magnezone get it in Nat Dex for something? Makes me think you don't. Okay. Durant could. I honestly don't know. You don't get Rapid Spin, right? No. I don't think you have any spinners. If I'm not mistaken. Low Kicks doesn't get it. Iron Moth doesn't get it. Latios might. You do. Well, if we run Taunt, then we can deny those defogs, which would be nice. If that's the case. So yeah, let's bring Charjabug to the party. We'll bring Charjabug and then Iron Moth just with like a booster's. No, not with a booster speed. Maybe we Specs you. If I Specs you though, I'm not gonna be able to get. Actually, no, I can get booster speed, right? Well, I guess we'll have to figure it out. Take away attack easily. Yeah, we can run just a little bit less, and then that'll be like, I mean, 349 times 1.5 is gonna be really nice. 523 round. I forget if we round up or round down in this game. My biggest question is, do you get anything that really will deal with Glow King? And the answer is no. Maybe Acid Spray to just like whittle it down, but it resists poison so well, and it can hit me. So it'll be a special wall breaker that can't wall break their special wall. Maybe outside of. I mean, okay, let's look at this calc actually. If we bring Iron Moth over here into a Slowking Galar, and let's just find like we can look at an Assault Vest for worst case scenario. If we bring like Fiery Dance, definitely not hitting it with a Sludge Wave. And Overheat is looking not good. 130. Oh, this is literally booster speed. Beautiful. Though we want. What if I have Specs on? Well, I want actually choice Specs. That's just not enough. I don't think this can deal with that. So that's tough. Do I want to set any hazards while we're going at this? Also, thinking about things like this, how does Annihilate look? In general. Like, really not bad in the slightest, actually. There's not a lot of monsters, like 2, and you do not want to be in the face of a Rage Fist. Neither do you. We could, honestly, what's the Psychic Berry? Bring, like, Annihilate with that berry. Kick. Not you. Is it a Pipot? Payapa? Yep. We bring Defiant in case, like, does Luster Purge is. Yeah, so like that could be a real big scenario there. Getting a Luster Purge boost for Defiant to activate. I mean, it's definitely my best ability here, especially where nobody's really going to be hitting me with those Sleep Powers. Maybe Hydrapple, though? Question mark? Sleep Power? Blah, 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 blah. No. That's nice. Alright, I'm kind of liking this as the lineup. I think that we might be able to keep the Sticky Webs here. And then this is compliant with, what's it called? Obviously, oh, we have no. Oh, I can bring Defog on you. But it has no hazard removal, which half of my team doesn't like. I guess 2/3 or a third of it doesn't mind, but we'll have to think about that, I suppose. Maybe we bring Rotom instead for that exact reason, and we just give up on sticky webs, because having a defogger isn't bad. It also provides me more special resistance for these, though. You two can hit super effectively, which is annoying. Who is my best special wall, real quick? Special defense. You can see the whole raw shebangalang of this. 105 on the Moth, 107. So yeah, you are my best special wall, which is kind of sad given your wait, you're a Terra Captain. So yeah, we just bring you as an alternate Terra Captain, and then if we need to, like, what are your Terra types? I don't remember. The Soju took away my knowledge of your Terras. Terra Electric and just getting rid of that grass is, like, not the worst thing in the world, is it? Because yeah, then you're literally weaklessness. You get the Electros treatment. Bubby's Durant, there you are. Yeah, and that activates before this first impression. How does low kicks look into this team? It's not really hitting anybody too crazy. Does Annihilate quad resist? That's one of those ones where I have to actually check. Yeah, your quad resist for bug. What a interesting typing. Some nasty weaknesses, Fairy and Ghost mainly. Oh. Yeah. Papaya. We could weakness policy this thing, but no. I think just having, like, Drain Punch and Rage Fist here. They gave everybody Trailblaze, right? You get Seed Bomb. That's nice. U-turn for, like, a slower. We could run you as a slower pivot with, how's your matchup gonna be into Tinglu, do we think? Probably pretty good, honestly. You get Toxic, don't you? Toxic could really help you deal with that Tinglu, but not Galarian Slowking, which is too bad. Of course, I could just put something stronger on there for the culture of it, just to really delete Tinglu. Here, let's look. Do we keep... I don't want that calc, personally. If we have... how do you spell Annihilate? Hold on. I need to check. Annihilate. Ooh. Is that spelled right here? I feel like I misspelled this. Where are you? Annihilate. Never mind. We're all good. Thinking. This is going to be a very raw and rambly video. This is going to be very much a background music kind of video. Though it's not music, it's just background rambling. That Rage Fist, I mean, does it let me... Oh yeah. If it's like 150, it's gonna kill uninvested. How does this calc with like a... No, what is it? Payapa Berry? Payapa Berry Psyshock is not doing much. I'm assuming a Psychic does even less if we've got this. Reasonably, it's gonna do... It's gonna do a little bit more, like that. Do you have any other good recovery? I think Drain Punch is like your main thing, right? There's no other real physical draining moves that you have. And do you get knockoff? I'm assuming that at some point Primate got knockoff, but it doesn't actually look like it, which is kind of surprising. Pursuit? Hold on. Pursuit at 80 base power here is like not good for the Glow King. Not in the slightest. We could put Pursuit on there. And then that hits... Okay. Well, let's look at this. Rage Fist. Does it, at 100, can it one shot? That's like still really quite nice. So, give me the title. Annihilate. That's a really good one to have. I'm assuming that it does the same. Oh, here, let's put this down too. Just say what the Pyop Berry is here for mainly. Then let's take a Latios calc with this as well. Latios, just Soldo, yeah. Rage Fist nearly killing. Holy moly. Though this is, wait, is this at, that's at 100 base power. So if we get it up, we can also bring rocks on you, but we're gonna be running defog. So yeah, I think that's okay. I don't know about Pursuit. So maybe we do just hit Stealth Rocks. Maybe we just hit some random coverage move that is fitting. But what is your Luster Purge? Luster Purge into my, oh, this is Assault Vest. If we look at that Pyop Berry, and we'll get hit by the Luster Purge and then Rage Fist, which would be great. So yeah, I think maybe do we want to just invest enough so that this kind of Latios, like a full physical Latios, would die? We'll see if I have to care about my speed tier. But I like the idea of running special. Oh, sorry, wait, that's max special defense. But we want like a little. How much attack do we need to make this kill? Your Draco Meteor is going to do a lot. But then in that case, we can just do something silly with it. 36 attack. This is, how many am I using? Oh, that's 528. How many do you have in total? It's not 528. That's for sure. It's 508. So let's just cut 20. Do we want to... Are we okay cutting 20 from HP or from... Wait. From... With a Pyop Berry. I think HP... Hold on. If we cut 20 from HP... It's 41%. If we cut 20 from you... I think we'll cut it from special defense and run this because I'd just rather be, you know, more versatile. So that's gonna be 240, 36, and just max this out the rest of the way. Take off that special attack, and then 216. What are your speed tiers looking like? Oh my. Stat tiers. Give me speed. And the Bubby's Durant is down here. 110. Your base, what are your base? 90? Surprisingly fast. So Zangoose will be moving before you, presumably. And then I'm probably beating Magnezone. Magnezone shares a speed tier with Empoleon over here, so you can just look like... So what is that? Like 240, and we're gonna be running. Oh, we'll be running just uninvested on that. So 156 versus 260. Actually, low-key, especially since Magnezone might be running like analytic. We'll see. Can I give you a way to boost your special attack or a special defense? I would low-key run that for the culture of it. I could steal an ability from one of them. Is that anything? Do we got something here? Giving away all my things. Taking Levitate would be funny. Taking Regenerator, I don't know if that works. That's a Bulbapedia kind of question. Taking Vessel of Ruin is funny. Don't want Quark Drive. Another Regenerator mon. Does Hydrapple get pivots? I honestly don't know. Get U-turn. I don't think you get Parting Shot. Alright, well that's nice that we don't have like infinite pivot regenerator. Also, is anybody looking? No, we don't even have an ice type for that Chilly Reception. Terra Dragon on the Wishy-Washy is heat. This is actually like Wishy-Washy is low-key a problem that I just have not thought about. Is it 25? Yeah. So you can bring like rocks to get an eighth of that done, but I think you just put discharge on Rotom, right? You get, I'm sure you get something ice type. Korean Sword and Shield, yeah. Let's see. Ice Beam, Mist, that's not it. Oh, do you not get anything? So Rotom Wash can literally just hard wall you out here. That's really nice. Let's take a look. Not Rotom Wash, Rotom Mail. Wishy-Washy School. Let's just say your max, like a Dodonzo type HP attack kind of set. We take Rotom with, we'll call you Utility. T-Bolt there. Even a Leaf Storm. Like, that's nice. We'll probably just run Thunderbolt for... We'll think about that. But that's definitely a nice calc to think, a guaranteed 2-hit KO. And then Wishy-Washy doesn't get any recovery, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, its move pool is not too wide. I guess the question is, what do you do if it Terras here and that matchup? And like ground, we're a Levitate Mon. So maybe we do bring Leaf Storm. Dragon is a better one in the Terra in the face of Rotom, which doesn't necessarily mean it'll come. In fact, I mean, Wishy-Washy just does not like the presence of Freeze Dry on my team in the slightest. That's the kind of matchup where if you want to bring Wishy-Washy, you'd have to use one of your actions to change the Terra types there. Thinking. We'll leave that open for now. I mean, do I want to run just Thunder? Because I'm assuming if we look here, Thunder can miss, obviously. Oh, it's actually not. Oh, this is invested too. Might want. So you're going to be attack invested, you're going to be attack invested, you're going to be attack invested, you're kind of, and you're going to. Okay, so a little bit more HP is like fine. I don't care. I also don't care about you being too fast. Like, I'm not going to be pressed about you underspeeding anybody necessarily. You are probably going to need to be Terra. Maybe Terra Ghost. Hold on. We need to look at the types because I can't remember a single thing. Resisting first impression on that is kind of nice. I guess you can get the same thing out of a steel type, which I don't have. A steel type would be nice, especially for a Alolan Muck to have. Ghost is like kind of good, except you get hit with that knockoff. No clue what I'm gonna run on an item here. I think we take we take Terra Steel on this. We'll make you shiny because you're evil. You're evil Tractor today. These names are not gonna be final, but I like it. Oh, you Denisov? I think that's how you spell it. Absolutely Denisov. Pretty solid shiny. I like the shinies that are just like a nice tint that kind of changes them on up. Like the dark blue and kind of purplish. That's a good look. It's a good look. The Ultra Beast, not Ultra Beast. What do we call these? The Paradox Mons. The Showdown sprite makes him look like he's a goddamn concrete cement mixer boy, which I really do like. But I think the shiny Christmas red there is what you're really there for. Same thing with Iron Moth. I'll probably run it shiny at some point, but I don't know. The Toothpaste Toothpaste Zygarde it's something alright. And then this is a peak shiny. That's like exactly what you want. It just makes him look different, evil, fucking crazy. I really like this Drampamon. And isn't it huge? If I'm not mistaken. Drampa anime will give us like a size comparison. Yeah, that thing is freaking massive. Holy, look at that guy. What a little dude. Alright, Ghost. I like Ghost. Ghost isn't bad because of that. What's it called? It helps to wall a Zangoose a little bit better than a Steel, where, like, yeah, that Terra fighting close combat is obviously at risk. The Steel helps the Terra Fairy, and we could actually even run Can we run Terra Blast on you? Yeah. So like Terra Blast Steel. You probably just get Flash Cannon, right? No. Just Steel. So actually, low-key Terra Blast Steel hits you for neutral, right? And then nobody else cares. I think we just take Volt Switch and then Willow? Who do we realistically want to Willow on this team that we are okay standing in front of? Alolan Muck would be nice. Low Kicks would be nice to Willow. You could Terra on it and then... So yeah, also with Low Kicks having that Dark type and Ghost is just not it, because you don't want to get knocked off into the Promised Land immediately. I'm feeling like we just run Terra Steel and then maybe we bring Will-O-Wisp. I'm not gonna lie, the special threats here are just a lot bigger, so I'm thinking maybe we're not running Willow this week. I think there's just no... Like, the use cases are into Low Kicks and Alolan Muck for the most part, because Archeops... I don't know, I'd probably just hit with a Volt Switch and move along. Is that gonna kill low-key? Am I still running Thunder? 252 plus speed is doing like a lot of damage. Did I write that down? Yeah, we might have to change this around. Thunder, I think we run Thunderbolt. I think we just rather the consistency. The Thunder, low-key, I'm gonna run Discharge. I like having some status presence here. So let's change that to Discharge into a Wishy-Washy with, yeah. So let's swap that out. Do I want Leaf Storm? Does it do good into anybody but Wishy-Washy? Literally, no. Ting-Lu's here. Could put just another Toxic. Do I have like multiple people with Toxic on this team now? No, just 2. I don't think it's a bad look. They have what? 2 poison types. And 2 poison types, 2 steel types means maybe I'm not going to stack Toxic that hard. We'll see. Whatever you see in this video is probably not going to end up being final as well.
It would be my best guess because I'm probably going to wake the fuck out right before the battle. Ooh, big stretch.
Yeah, you know, it's 9 p.m. You're going to be battling in -3 minutes and you've decided that your Rotom needs to have like an entirely different moveset. We'll leave you here for now. I don't know what I want to do with my item here. Maybe just like a mental herb. I feel like you've got... Does Ting-Lu get like taunt? I don't know why I searched it this way, but sure. Let's just scroll through the entire lexicon of Pokemon. No, it doesn't. Oh, that's nice. Mental herb could get me past like maybe an entrainment. I actually honestly don't know if mental herb can do enough of that. Power herb, heal block, encore, taunt, torment, attract, disable, encore, taunt. So yeah, it's really just taunt, encore that you care about on that. I don't know. I don't know. I guess we'll get to that later. We have you. Do I really want to bring Iron Moth? Like, I feel like I have to because it's the funniest thing to do. And it can do some good things. Absolutely. It cannot break Galarian Slowking, and it can't really break Alolan Muck, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, you need ground coverage for both of those, realistically, and you just don't get it out of that. Which is too bad, because they'd be good to have... Oh, Screech was a special move. Oh, wait, Metal Sound. Metal Sound is kind of crazy if we went for Throat Spray instead. You get like the plus, you essentially get the tail glow into that mon, and then you still keep like, the water's good. So you don't keep a nasty plot, but you keep like a +1 in your special attack, which is nice. It's good. Trapping, electric terrain. Oh, I could put electric terrain on you. That's kind of a good idea. And then maybe this frees you up to run, one of you up to run boots instead of booster, which wouldn't be bad. Though maybe having the booster energy on one of them, just so that we can ensure. Oh, actually, would we rather have speed with Meteor Beam on like a power herb? I think we'll run that. Yeah, that power herb Meteor Beam just in case they bring Volcarona. mana. That just absolutely helps me beat my own mana. It helps me beat low kicks really well as well. Nice enough, I believe. Isn't that what is? Oh my god, your name. I'm in the wrong generation. And I don't mean that in like a dude. I wish I was born in '70. I mean like get my ass to Scarlet and Violet. I need an Arceus bug with Supercell Slam in my life. What am I on about? I don't know. Iron Moth, you're a quad bug resist, right? It's honestly a really good type. I mean, two great defensive types. I feel like everybody gasses up Poison and Fairy and Steel and Water. Nobody ever gasses up Fire as just such a good resistant type. Probably because they want Charizard to be that boy. I mean, it's Rock's weak, which stinks. Quad weakness into ground. How much do we care about that? Tinglu evaporates me. That's alright. We'll make it work. Do you get ghost coverage, actually? That would be awesome. I don't think you do. Power Herb there's nice. We can run. Let's just look at these. What do we get? Hyper Beam would be really fucking funny. Overheat as well. Overheat's pretty usable, honestly. I mean, Fiery Dance, wherever it is great. That'll just eviscerate a first impression user. So yeah, this is a good first impression resistance, which is kind of nice. Hurricane. Oh, brief interruption. Oop, let's just make sure this is okay. Little brief interruption. We're getting towards the end here. This is gonna be a long ass video. I'm filling up my C drive these days with this Pokemon nonsense. Bug Buzz or Energy Ball? I think we'll bring Bug Buzz for. Where are we going? For Bug is like, yeah, it's hitting some nice key players pretty well. Tinglu, we can. Overall, yeah, Rock is actually a great type to have here. 1, 2, 3, and only Tinglu and Bug Buzz. So Bug Buzz. We could also run Bug Buzz with the. I'm not sure. But I think bringing Bug Buzz is good. It's like a high base power thing. Do we want to just run Flamethrower for extra base power? Is it gonna matter? Does anybody who's weak to fire here, like you've got good enough special defense. We'll see if it matters. Durant has garbage special defense. Like, actually, legitimately, a Meteor Beam is probably killing here. Let's take a little peek at. Oh, can we get any more calcs for this little Rotom Mo feller first? What am I running on you? Discharge. You're not really too offensively enabled. You're just here to get rid of those things and set some electric terrain. Oh, we'll give you a terrain extender for now. They have no counter terrain and no other bots. Assuming this Iron Moth trade ends up happening because it's funny. If it doesn't, then this team might get completely ripped apart. Bug Buzz. With a power, what do we actually get? We could run Whirlwind for the funny of it. Agility could help. Oh, I have a bunch of extra EVs that we're forgetting to put around in there. We're gonna have to check all those. I mean, Morning Sun, just to live a little bit. I almost want to swap somebody for a Alolan Persian here, because the psychic types are actually having like a really good time, but with Iron Moth and you here. Or we could swap you to Terra Dark. Actually, swapping Rotom to Terra Dark would be kind of funny. Though Terra Steel is better for Psychic and Dragon and Poison, as all those stab types. It just covers really nicely. And then I guess you worry about like a Latios Focus Miss hitting and actually blasting you, but whatever. You don't have to think about that too hard. You just hope it misses when you get into that spot. Alright. For you, what do you want? Special attack and speed? I'd rather it live longer, honestly. I might just put you fully into like physical defense. Be a physical pivot. Who are we dealing with as a physical pivot? You and you, who both offer dark. Maybe. No, I can't tear it Fairy. Maybe I swap you to Terra Fighting real quick. It's a little close to the bit to do that, though. That would be a little mean. And then you're weak to flying there and fairy there. Does Zangoose get play rough? That's a question. I'm pretty sure this thing has, like... Toxic Boost is really funny. Immunity. Aerial Ace. Oh, excuse me. Burping. Nasty. Okay. So, Zangoose is... The Zangooner, I don't know. This we're pretty happy with. This I think we're perfectly fine with. I mean, what else are you going to do with an Iron Bundle? Tell me. Legitimately tell me. This guy, I like. I don't know if we're going to end up keeping like a jetpack and Terra Water Sap Sipper. We'll have to see. But hey, I like this guy. Toxic and Roost, I do think that you make a good enough Tinglu counter, or answer at least. Maybe we run Terra. It would be good to have something. You're also a very good Tinglu, except for the fact that you can't damage him. Just like Tinglu's not going to be able to do a lot to you. You can kind of get in there and set up electric terrain for free. Assuming, of course, Tinglu doesn't want to bring in like Stone Edge. Let's see, what have we really not considered? 130 special attack on Magnezone. I mean, you can deal with that pretty well. You can deal with that really quite well, resisting both stabs. You resist metal type. What do we call that? Steel. You can hit him with stab, maybe outspeeding too, which is nice. We need to give you another move. For right now, we'll just give you... Does acrobatics hit something funny? What do you have generally weaknesses to? Rock? You definitely get Stone Edge. I'm feeling Stealth Rock. I think this is like one of the best sets you can make for it. Maybe we change U-turn to something else. Like, you don't get Circle Throw, do you? Ugh. Double check. No, that would be awesome. You could do Dig for Toxic Stalling. That'd be really funny. It'd be a solid enough Tinglu answer, actually. Can I give you Dig, low-key? Earthquake, Rock Slide, no. Bounce, maybe? No Dig down here. Ugh. Horrifying. Ooh, power. Natural Gift. Power type. I got nuked by that. That could be a nice thing to have. It's physical, though, which is kind of stinky. Just for a special attacker with that much spatak going on. Focus Blast, Grass Nut, Heat Wave, Hurricane, Hyper Pump, Hyper Voice, Ice Beam, Shadow Bow, Signal Beam, Surf, Thunder, Thunderbolt, Dragon Breath, Dragon Rage, Echo Voice, Hidden Power, 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 my brain turns into soup. Snarl's pretty useful, useful. Also activates that Throat Spray tech. Alright, let's see. We'll leave you off here. Bulky, D-Dance, Extreme Speed might end up changing, we'll see. But able to outspeed Latios and Archeops after a +1 and deal with them pretty well. The Skitter Smack, I think. The Skitter Smack kills, right? Hold on, let's pull this calc back up. Zygarde into Latios, give you Skitter Smack with, what was it, Expert Belt, and yeah. Oh, not Impish Nature, and I'm running Adamant on that, I think. Adamant. Skitter Smack, wait, oh, +1. Okay, wait, this isn't as good, wait. Your Draco Meteor is gonna, kill. This is pretty good. What about at a -1 though? Like if I'm outspeeding, if I have a Dragon Dance up, I can just barely guarantee that I live. That's really funny. Alright, well, I suppose we like that. With rocks up, is that gonna be, it's not a guaranteed kill. It's a much better calc, that's for sure. There's Stealth Rocks, right? Oh wait, do I need to put the... Yeah. Interesting. I think we like that. I'm assuming Iron Bundle can just come in. Oh, that's Boulder. Let's look at not Nundle, but not Bundle. Bundle. Heavy duty boots. An Ice Beam can kill, but a Freeze Dry can't. And your Draco Meteor can. That's tough. We might need a better answer to Latios at some point. Or we can Specs it. We could just Specs it and put Ice Beam. Freeze Dry is nice for Wishy-Washy. I don't know if Wishy-Washy is going to come because it just hates Iron Bundle's existence so much. So maybe we'll put you as an Ice Beamer for right now because it's just a better go of things overall. Like with Stealth Rocks, is that... Yeah, it's a guaranteed death after Stealth Rocks, which is kind of nice. We'll put that, and then let's pull up this Ting Lu again. 40 to 50%. That's like a really tough calc, but oh well. And then, do we just get to like delete a Zangoose? Question mark. That's worrisome, low key. Toxic boost, toxic orb. Is this okay? This is assuming you're badly poisoned. The pump being able to kill is nice. Stealth Rocks on you is great. Let's name you. Boris Rostov, and we will name you Kutuzov. Actually, hold on. I think you should be. Perhaps you should be Pierre. You strike me as much more of a Kutuzov, and then you're definitely. No, you're not definitely the Rostov, but you're gonna be. I think he's got some nobility to him. That's kind of what I associate with these. Let's just make sure War and Peace. Yeah, okay, I spelled Denisov correctly. Do we have any pictures of him? What a beautiful guy. Vasily Orlov Denisov. Is this who oh, this is a real person. To do. Nope. The music card cut off. Well, good news is we're at the point where we're looking at fictional characters on Wikipedia, so that means that we're probably done with building. Let's check our EVs, just make sure. Oh, we'll give you 1 HP EV. Or maybe we'll actually put it on to defense. Or special defense to be funny. 4 minus. Maybe that'll end up mattering, who knows. Give you some special defense. You might call me silly, but I kind of want this guy to just be a generally solid wall, so we're going to do the stupid thing. And we're just going to, for now, we're just going to put it like that until I find a good reason for it to be otherwise. He unfortunately can't profit off his own electric terrain. Power herb. Oh yeah, let's just make sure. No overlaps on items, which is great. And that is, oh, hold on. Oh, that's heat. We just got 4 EVs back. We just increased 282 to 283. You've got all your EVs, you've got all your EVs. And for now, that's going to just do it, I think. Well, yeah. Cool. That's how I prep. I don't know how long that took. I have honestly no clue. I got my feet on the desk. I have just been locked in. So yeah, just raw, just rambly. I don't know if I'll do any more of these, but it was fun enough. I like the sound of my own voice, just enough to make this bearable. And maybe you did too, especially if you got into here, which you probably haven't. Anyway, bye-bye.